The Afternoon Drive program with Aaron Delatorre. In studio, special guest, Dr. Megan LeCornu of Embrace Your Smile Orthodontics. Dr. Megan, long time no see. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Embrace Your Smile has been voted Santa Clarita's best orthodontist for the past 10 years. From traditional and incognito braces to Invisalign, surgical orthodontic treatment, and more, Embrace Your Smile has got you covered with offices in Newhall and in Valencia. And today, our special guest has brought in a special guest of our own, Dr. Megan, who's joining us.
So this is my husband, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
And Chris is a really great example of an adult who is very resistant to orthodontic treatment.
You had orthodontic treatment.
I did.
Did you have the metal braces? Did you go incognito? What did you have?
When I grew up, I had metal braces, and then I swore I would never, ever have metal braces again.
Or any orthodontic
Or
treatment.
any orthodontic treatment.
Oh, so you had round two as an adult.
I did.
What happened?
I did.
What happened after you had metal braces?
Well, I didn't wear my retainer, the natural order of things.
Is that what happens? People just forget to wear their retainer? It's that simple.
It is that simple. And, to be honest, back in the day, we used to tell patients to only wear their retainers for 1 or 2 years after treatment. And then after that, we thought they would be good. But now we know you should wear retainers nighttime for a lifetime.
Got to.
Our understanding is different nowadays.
This is a very bold move, Dr. Megan. Bringing in a spouse. Now we can get all the dirty deeds on Dr. Megan.
Man.
For instance, what is the food situation like at the house of an orthodontist? Are there any sweets or any snacks that we might be surprised to find in the pantry, maybe hiding in the freezer behind some corners? What is the food situation?
I think I have my own stash that the doctor doesn't know about. But, good news was that when I wasn't wearing the metal braces, having Invisalign made it a little bit easier for me to get away with certain things.
Is that right? You can kind of eat what you want when you have Invisalign?
Yeah, for the most part, actually, yeah. So, probably want to stay away from the sodas and stuff still because you got the little buttons on your teeth. But you don't get all the same restrictions on you as you do with metal braces.
I definitely found the stash of gummy bears.
Did you? With the gummy bears. That is reprehensible.
I'm sorry.
Gummy bears, caramel, those are the worst too, right?
Yep.
And
but with Invisalign, you can do that.
What is the timetable on Invisalign? Is it kind of comparable to metal braces? Is it quicker?
Yeah. So the teeth, they don't know where the force comes from. They don't know if it's metal braces or clear braces or plastic. The teeth only know how frequently they feel the force. And so Chris had very, very crooked bottom teeth. And what did I tell you?
Yeah, she said, I can't be an orthodontist and have a husband that has snaggle teeth.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So,
Yeah.
and it wasn't just the fact that the teeth were crooked. There's actually really big health benefits to having your teeth straight. So it wasn't just how they looked. The reality is just 3 millimeters of crowding is an individual risk factor for periodontal disease. So it was really important from a health standpoint that we aligned those bottom teeth as well. So I talked him into going into Invisalign, and he decided that he would do that. And he was supposed to bring me coffee that day. Mm-hmm. He forgot my coffee.
Really?
So I played a practical
didn't
joke
forget.
on him.
Yeah.
No,
He just didn't bring it.
He didn't bring it.
He just didn't.
He was salty.
But guess what? He learned his lesson.
Oh, he did?
Because what I did is I said, well, can we do a patient educational video on Invisalign and putting the buttons on? And he goes, sure. So what we actually did is I played a practical joke on him, and I glued gold braces to his teeth without him knowing, and we filmed it. So you can actually find that practical joke probably somewhere on YouTube, and it went viral through Invisalign, the company.
Oh, did it?
Because it was a good joke. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
So
I'm still working on ways to get her back. So that was a pretty good one.
did you suggest that he get Invisalign after your wedding day?
Yes.
This is something that you can't go before the wedding day,
No,
right? You have to
no.
lock in the marriage, and then, hey,
Hey.
I can't have a husband with,
Yeah.
as you said, snaggletooth.
Yeah, I can't have that.
So we're talking with Dr. Megan LeCornu of Embrace Your Smile Orthodontics, the best orthodontist in Santa Clarita Valley for the past 10 years in a row. She's brought in her husband, a captive audience of some sorts who had Invisalign braces as an adult. You guys are parents, yes?
No, not
No.
yet.
Dog
Just-
parents.
Just
Oh.
dog parents. Not yet. We're still working on that.
If you guys do have kids, are your kids going to be super mindful of their oral hygiene as well?
Of course.
Of course. Because Dr. Megan, you can take fantastic care of your teeth, but doesn't it at some level boil down to genetics and kind of the luck of the draw? Because I have relatively straight teeth. My bottom teeth, my look a little bit like Chris's before he had Invisalign.
Exactly.
But I didn't have braces growing up. And
Yeah.
my brother and my sister both had orthodontic treatment. They had the headgear. They did it for years.
Yep.
So is it a little bit of luck of the draw and a little bit of genetics, a little bit of both?
It is. So it's a combination of genetics. In terms of like cavities and things like that, you can definitely improve your chances by taking really good care of your teeth. Honestly, topical fluoride is something that is very, very protective against cavities. So all of those things, making sure that you're seeing your general dentist every 6 months for your regular cleanings, those things help keep you protected and actually are preventative against things like cavities or periodontal disease, bone loss. So it's really important to stay on top of your care. And actually part of that, just to mention one more thing, is making sure that your bite and your teeth do fit together properly. So that's where with Chris, yes, he was resistant to going through treatment, but making sure things were aligned in the proper position, that helps protect your teeth from premature wear and breakdown.
Oh, okay.
And for anybody that's really hesitant, Invisalign is actually super easy.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's very easy and it's not time consuming. I mean, it was like once every 12 weeks I had to go see
And
my
is-
orthodontist. So
Is that behind the teeth? How does Invisalign work?
So it's like a clear plastic tray that fits over the top of the teeth. And we do have little buttons that the doctor adds. And the doctor does control treatment and makes changes. Every 12 weeks, we see our patients. And so it wasn't too intrusive to your life, right,
no,
Chris?
not at all.
Yeah. And so every 12 weeks, he would come in. We would make adjustments based on how things were progressing. And it ended up working out really nice. And it was easy for you. What about soreness level?
No, it's very, very mild.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you had any soreness, maybe you needed Tylenol. Did you ever even need Tylenol?
No, never.
Never, yes.
Oh, no. No
So-
Tylenol.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
We're joined in studio, of course, Dr. Megan LeCornu and her husband, Chris. I was reading on EmbraceYourSmile.com. I'm quoting here. A diplomat of the American Board of Orthodontics, Dr. LeCornu is one of only 25% of orthodontists in the nation to be board certified. Dr. LeCornu is one of only 6 board certified orthodontists here in the SCV and the only female board certified orthodontist in the area. 2 questions. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
2 questions. What does it mean to be board certified? And second question, why are only 25% of orthodontists board certified?
That's a great question. So, to be board certified, it's a very, very extensive process. First of all, to complete an orthodontic case, it usually takes a minimum of about 2 years. Then you have to take 6 really, really high level difficulty cases and you have to present it to the board. So, you sit in front of a panel of orthodontists and they rate your case and they basically kind of go through a lot of detail on that case. You have to fly across the country and present that. And then you also have to go through a rigorous exam. Because of that, a lot of orthodontists don't go through the full process because it's so time intensive. However, what I like about the board is that it does hold us to a certain standard. And I think making sure that you are producing high quality results is super important as a clinician. And so that's why I really stand by what the board stands for and making sure that orthodontists, treat to the highest level and have every case. Like in our office, we say that we treat every case to a board standard, which means we treat it to a very, very high standard of a finish.
And how often are you getting board recertified?
You do that every so many years, and so basically it's a process where you submit a few more cases, and then you go through and you sit in front of them, and then you do another basically exam.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Embrace Your Smile has been voted Santa Clarita's best orthodontist for the past 10 years, from traditional and incognito braces to Invisalign, surgical orthodontic treatment. Are you guys doing a lot of that?
We do a lot of surgery. Actually, we get cases sent from Los Angeles, from Fresno, from kind of all over the Southern California region because of some of our techniques for treating surgical cases. So we do quite a bit of surgery in our office.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys have operating rooms, or is that just
Well,
out in the open?
Yeah, so when you do a surgical case, it's a team approach. So you work with certain oral surgeons, okay? And the orthodontist is like the engineer of the plan. So if you think about building a bridge, you have the engineers and then you have the contractors that are actually constructing the bridge. It's a team approach to make it the final result. And that's the same thing with surgical cases. The orthodontist is the engineer of the plan, and then they work with the oral surgeons who actually do the surgery.
Meet the team, request a complimentary consultation, schedule an appointment, look over all your treatment options, and more. EmbraceYourSmile.com. That is EmbraceYourSmile.com. And of course, offices. Of course, the original here in Newhall.
Yep.
And the new office in Valencia, right off Smythe. So go check that out, embraceYourSmile.com. Dr. Megan LeCornu and Chris LeCornu. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Always good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, time for a quick break. Stay tuned. Traffic and